If you do not, you cannot have law and order in the state, because law and order is a state subject. And the first line institution that deals with law and order is the state police. You can't expect the paramilitary or the armed forces, army to deal with law and order. Why is that the first few incidences, the last part of the April, May, what did police do? The violence happened, one MLA comes and released them. This report didn't even mention that. They only say some people burn, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't go into that. They were arrested. Some politician comes and released them. You know, that burning of gym, vandalization and so on. That emboldened. And they said, they were pumped in with Manipur police, tribal, to force them. You know, the way you present the narrative, you don't want Manipur police to be there. If you send them, you say, oh, Maitais are sending police. You will see in this report this kind of insinuation. So I think, a systematic way of doing things, and I've just shared with you the framework and examples to go about it, and I've just tried to remind you, this is a larger part of the conflict, the narrative control war that we have. And constantly, this report, I was expecting, given the composition, that they would be introducing something where both these communities can come and share and talk. Instead, the division is all the more sharpened now, all the more, because you are given a fresh element to divide, to see the division again. The basic question is, how did a state like India allow a civil war-like situation in a part of its territory like this? That's the fundamental question. This report has simply said, ineffective response of the Amit Shah and all. I think the fundamental problem is the federal relationship. What is the relationship with the state government and the union government throughout this crisis? They don't bother, because they want to blame one community fitting with the government. That's why you're happy. If you're aware, then you will know, had the gut to go confront, ask question. You have AFSPA, you have so many troops under CRPC 131. You're supposed to deal with this. How did it happen? The thousands of troops have been pumped in from the 4th of May. How is that India can have this kind of a crisis? You don't quite go on the line. When you say state complicity, it's the state government. Complicity of the security forces, this is the police. Throughout the experience, what has been people saying about Assam Rifles? And they produce it as a testimony. You understand? So I think that is where this report is creating and renewing this anger. And then for them, this is the vindication of the victimhood. I think that is where the report has failed itself.